Are you ready to meet your higher self? Would you like to listen to your higher self? How would you like to be guided by your own inner voice? Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Life Coach. And today we are soaring high like a big beautiful eagle. And we're always flying in the direction of your dreams and goals. So we're here 5 days a week to empower your life with the law of attraction, the latest in the mind sciences, and of course, your personal empowerment. So today we're talking about how to listen to your inner voice, to listen to your higher self. And in ancient times, they have referred to this inner voice as the higher self, or the holy guardian angel, or the Greeks referred to it as the higher genius. They're all the same, okay? They're exactly the same. So you'll hear different terminologies, but essentially you're listening to that part of you that is timeless, the God within you. We oftentimes talk about that God is fully within you, but that spirit or the universe is fully outside of you as well. So understanding that as a truth, you can listen, you can have a conversation with that little voice inside your head, inside your energy field that can guide you to the life that you desire, the love you desire, the abundance that you crave. You can have it all. So high flyers, many years ago, I was out on a date and we were sitting near the window in 6th Avenue in Tacoma, and this little Italian restaurant. And they served really good Italian food. And so we were sitting there, we were having dinner, and I said to my date, I said, look, we gotta go. She said, what? We just got here. We just ordered. I said, I don't care, we've gotta go. She said, are you crazy? We just sat down here. I said, well, look, I'm leaving. You can either come with me or not. And she said, okay, I'll go. I don't know why we're doing that. So we left and we ended up at McDonald's or Jack in the Box. Long story short, the next morning, I realized within 10 minutes after we left, a car came crashing in through the window, would have killed us. Several people were severely injured. I was listening to my higher self. And you can do the same thing. You can do it all the time. I've had it happen many other times. I'll share another story with you in a moment. But there was a lady who was flying on an airlines over Hawaii. And she put on her seatbelt and she pulled it really tight because a voice, she said an angel, inside her head told her to strap her seatbelt on extremely tight. She did that, and shortly thereafter, the top of the roof of the airplane blew off, and several people were pulled out of the airplane. Very sad. But she lived because she listened to her higher self. She listened to that inner voice within her. So let's take a look at a diagram of your inner voice. First, we have the crown, and this is just above the head. We have the crown, and it's constantly vibrating the words, I am, because you are constantly becoming. And so this is why these two words are so important in manifesting. This essentially is God consciousness. It's just above your head. Now, on your right side, we have wisdom, and on your left side, we have understanding. It all depends on whether you are facing the tree or whether you are the tree. But wisdom, understanding on each side of the head. Wisdom, understanding. Now, of course, it's metaphorical. It's not wisdom is literally over here and understanding is literally over here. But understanding takes the energy that it receives from wisdom. In other words, energy comes down from divine source and creates this infinite wisdom. But wisdom by itself isn't enough. Okay? So you have to understand the wisdom. You have to be able to understand what you're receiving. A lot of times people will get messages and they'll go, I got a message, I just don't know what it means. There's no understanding. So we have to have all three. We have to have a connection with source energy, we have to have wisdom, and we have to have understanding. That is absolutely essential. All three of these are essential, forming the triad, the upper triad of the higher self or the holy guardian angel. So then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God, Romans 10:17. So faith comes by hearing. Now, I want you to substitute the word faith with absolute certainty. When you hear something from your inner voice, from that voice within you, your holy guardian angel, your higher self, when you hear something within you, then you develop faith or absolute certainty. And when you have this absolute certainty, it's a certainty that you can manifest your deepest and most profound desires. So high flyers, your inner voice is unique to you. Even though it is divine source energy, it is tinctured by your soul. It is tinctured by your mission and purpose. It's tinctured by your deep desires. Your inner voice is here to guide you in the direction of true bliss. Listen, you can listen to all kinds of people, friends, relatives, TV show, podcasts. It goes on and on and on. But when you finally decide to quiet your inner spirit and listen to your inner voice, then you will find and discover and manifest true bliss in your life. So here is something equally as important, high flyers. As you begin to listen to your inner voice, as you connect to that spirit within you, your confidence will grow. Everybody else is telling you not to do it. You know it's the right thing for you to do. And so you go forward with your dreams and your goals. Okay? Your confidence grows. But more importantly, as your confidence grows, your magnetism grows, and you begin to attract more of what you deeply desire in your life, what I call true bliss. So high flyers, when you are listening to your inner voice, when you are connecting and meeting your inner voice in that special space, that we call spirit, when that is happening, then everything begins to flow easily. Dreams, goals, manifestation begins to happen with ease because everything flows. It's not this rugged, fighting kind of energy. It's not this lower vibrational energy. It just feels smooth through letting go and trusting. There's a certain detachment. Once your inner voice has given you a message and then you let go. You just let go and you detach. And everything flows into place. So here's what happens. Mr. Smiley here is happy because he's not listening to his parents. He's not listening, well, I hope my kid is listening to me, but he's not listening to the old programming of his parents. He's not listening to the programming of his school or his peers or the newspaper or the news media or anybody else. He's not listening to his fears, his doubts, his worries, his anxieties. Mr. Smiley is very, very happy because he is listening to his higher voice, that special something within him. And that's very, very important. You have to be able to block this stuff out in order to give your higher voice space in order to speak to you. Your inner voice supports your true bliss. So why wouldn't you listen to your inner voice? So high flyers, your true state is not a state of anxiety or fear or worry or doubt. If you've been living that way, then you've conditioned yourself to believe that this is your true state. But your true state is that of bliss, is that of joy, is that of peace and happiness. So, and what happens is that you start opening up through the crown. Remember, we talked about the crown earlier. You start opening up through the crown and you bring what we call the infinite light down through the top of your head and into your body. Actually, it fills up your entire energy field. So your entire energy field is filled up with this wonderful, blissful energy. This energy from the universe, from spirit, from light. That's easy to do. It's a simple method of just closing your eyes, breathing in, and bringing down the light. We've demonstrated this in several videos. And as you breathe in, you bring the light down. As you breathe out, you circulate it around your body. Breathe in, circulate it around your body. Breathe out. Breathe in, circulate it around your body. Breathe out. This is the simplest way to build that connection that will help you begin to connect with your inner voice, your higher self. This is how you truly meet. When you do this, you may do it for 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden you will do it. You'll bring in that light, and you go, wow. It's like somebody turned on a light bulb inside your head. You go, oh my God, I just met my holy guardian angel. I just met my higher self. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know how to overcome these obstacles. I know how to bring prosperity and abundance into my life. I know how to bring money into my... And you just have this understanding. Remember we talked about wisdom and understanding? You have this incredible understanding going on within your, not just your brain, but your mind and your energy field. So that's the first thing you want to do. Number 2 is you want to be response-able. The word responsible means I am able to respond. I am response-able. So being responsible for everything that you manifest in your life, when you understand that you are response-able, you are able to respond to anything that takes place in your life, then you open up. Then you hear the voice, and the voice speaks to you. It speaks to you in words. It speaks to you in imagery. It speaks to you in dreams, or it speaks to you in knowingness. I trust my inner voice. Absolute trust is essential. Look, it's difficult to trust the invisible. I understand that. Look, this is invisible. You can't see this, but you can know it. You can't comprehend it, but you can apprehend it. And that's important. So you must develop absolute trust in your connection with your inner voice, with your higher self, with your holy guardian angel, whatever you want to call it. I am purposeful. I'm not living my life on accident anymore. I am living my life and I am manifesting in my life on purpose. I am living the life that I desire. I'm designing my life through this input. I'm receiving help here, but I'm designing my life and I'm living my life on purpose. It is an inner commitment. I create on purpose. This is that I am energy. I am creating. I am abundant. I am prosperous. It's absolutely essential. And then, of course, harmony is so important. I am at peace with all the world. Give up the fighting with the family. Give up the fighting with the ex. Give up the fighting with yourself. Give up the fighting with all the people that disagree with you politically. It doesn't mean you can't stand up for yourself. It doesn't mean you can't speak your piece, but be at peace. Being at peace is more important than speaking your piece. And with that, I have one word to say. Namaste. Check out these videos.